Well, I had a very nice bike ride. My hands are kind of shaking now, quivering inside. So, it's 7 o'clock. I made this morning, you know. Got my little stone in there. Let's see. Very quick. I'll show you how to do it. It took about 10 minutes. I went for a bike ride. I just went on the lower part of the road where it's easy to go, you know, where it's flat. And I tried every time I went back to the other side, I tried to go a little farther. Like maybe one post, roadside post farther. Beautiful morning. It's going to be really hot today. I have an appointment at 8:30 to do blood work, fasting blood work. But I woke up at 4, I tried to go back to bed, got up at 4:30, that was enough. I have to be outside and enjoy the weather. So I've had 3 hours outside. It's 7 o'clock or 7:30, what time is it? So I already rode my bike on the road before the road became busy with commuters go to Ottawa. Long drive. William doesn't have to do it anymore. Unbelievable. Just unbelievable. Wonder what it'll be like with him at home. Should be fun. There's a kind of bug in the water called a back swimmer. It's a little bug. It's about this big, and it's about this wide, and it's about, oh, it says 10 millimeters. So maybe 7 millimeters long, and maybe 3 millimeters wide. And it has one arm on each side that sticks way out, and it swims backwards. But it bites. It is capable of inflicting painful bites, Wikipedia says. Well, remember that bug I showed you? Somebody told me. Thank you. It was probably Janice. Thank you, Janice, for knowing all these things and telling me. Anyway, I know that we have a few in this water, and I've never had something in the water that would bite me. They bite my back. Right where you can't reach it, you know. But I did get him that once, and I caught him. And that's how you could identify what it was. So it's a back swimmer. I've swum in ponds for years. Ponds and lakes. Swimming in an indoor pool is the strangest thing. Where the bottom is as clear as the outside of the pond. That's just strange. You know what? If you had a really green pond and you poured some of that stuff into it that they pour into pools, swimming pools, they shock it, make it go from green to perfectly clear. You know, I bet that would happen in a pond if you did that. It would kill everything in it. So we're not doing it. But it would probably make everything clear. I wanted to work on my other little dock. But I think I left my nails in the car. My hammer is here. My wood and all that is here, but I think the nails are in the car. I'm too hot to go up and get it now. I think I have to go for a swim. My clothes are damp from the riding in the mist. It's going to be a real hot one today, so I suppose I'll get damp a few times today. So I put the actual spray stuff on myself today. Deep Woods Off. I tried spraying it in the air and then walking through it. That doesn't work. When I had 5 of them eating the back of my hand, I thought, okay, I'm just spraying it. But now I'm going to go get in the water. I can taste it in my mouth already because it was on my lips. I haven't licked my lips, but a little bit has gotten in my mouth from it. It's bad stuff. Beautiful in the morning out here, isn't it? So I had some thoughts about the dock. I was thinking I could put the dock. Well, one thing you could do, I could dig posts, put posts in the ground, and then I could tie the end of the dock to posts, so it would be able to go up and down. See the angle it's at right now? I think the pond is going down a bit. I think it's not quite as high as it was. Which really is fine. It's not a problem at all. But if you have your dock on the land and then the pond goes down, then your dock is on an angle. So it's better if your dock is floating. You know, I need some of those great big fat ropes that they use, you know, with, and they put a big post in the ground and then put the rope around it and then attach it. Just because that's, you know, someone's going to work. And guess what? It's not Willem. How strange it's going to be. I remember when I was married before, I was married to a farmer who never left. He was always there. He never went to work. And so when I married Willem and he was gone every single day, it was different. You know, it was very different not to have him there all the time. I hope he's happy with it. I hope he really enjoys it and uses his time well. It can really be easy to drift. You know, if you're used to having a job and then you don't have one, and then every day just sort of blends into the day before, like who cares, whatever. But I have so many projects. My projects show up, you know, like building a dock. I never thought of building a dock. But I had all these logs lying around, and I thought about, you know, logs float, and I thought, wow, they float. What if I put a board on top, nailed them onto the board? Wonder if the whole thing would float. I'd have a raft or a dock. I think that would be fun. And so I did. And so she did. I'm so glad that things are blooming. Those astilbe, all of the astilbe bloomed. Isn't that amazing? And there they were, these 3 plants. I think somebody gave them to me years ago. And I thought they need moisture. And up there by the house, it's all sand and hot, bright, bright sun. There was no shade around the house at all. So that's why I've planted all those trees, to create some shade. And the astilbe, the only place that I had any moisture was at the exit for the bathtub. So that when I had a bath outside, like we didn't need to have plumbing inside, right? But when I had a bath outside in the bathtub, I had hot water tap, went out there. Then I would be able to, you know, it would drain, and the water that drained would soak in to these astilbes. There were 3 plants, and they never really grew. And then I saw somebody else had them somewhere else. Well, where our greenhouse is, that's our weeping bed. There's a bird on top of that birdhouse over there. A flicker. Was that a flicker? Brown with white on them, I think it might have been.